Frugal Hacks, Home Edition. So life is getting more and more expensive each day, and today we're going to cover simple hacks, tips, and tricks that can help you stretch that dollar, because right now we need that. So we define frugal as, doesn't mean cheap. Frugal means smart. Frugal means knowing what matters to you and spending accordingly. It means cutting back on things that don't serve you so that you can have more of what does, right? Isn't that a great definition? I love it. So, I'm Eva, founder of Fierce Rich Money, and I'm in debt. So, follow my journey. If you're in debt also, then I've got printables and stuff down below. Let's do this together. And that's pretty much it. I'm working towards being debt-free. Anyway, all right. Oh, there's no judgment here and no weird, crazy advice. It's all practical, normal strategies that work. So if that sounds good to you, hit like, subscribe, sign up for the newsletter. All right. So number 1, automate savings. You know what? It doesn't matter if it's just $5 a check. When you see what that little $5 is becoming, it'll motivate you. You'll learn all about compounding. And yes, that simple $5 can turn your finances around. Seriously, it can. Number 2, cancel subscriptions you hardly use. Do you have Netflix, Hulu, Apple, Prime, HBO, Paramount, Peacock? The list goes on. Do you watch them all? If you do, then by all means keep them. If you don't, just cancel. And look, if you miss it, you can join again. And here's the thing, when you cancel, and you're going to get bombarded with emails saying, we want you back, we miss you, you're the best, So think about that. All right. There are subscriptions I will never get rid of. 2 in particular, Prime. I don't even watch Prime. It's the Amazon delivery. And FabFitFun box. Oh my God, that makes me so happy. That is like the best box ever. And I get pure joy from that and get more than my money's worth. I will not cancel that box. All right, number 3, borrow, rent, or swap. Do you need a tool for just one job? See if your neighbor has it or a friend has it. Just remember to return it, because they will never lend you anything ever again if you don't return it. I don't own a carpet cleaner, but I do need the carpets cleaned. So when I need it, I go to my local grocery store where they rent them, obviously cheaper than buying. And I don't have to store the bulky thing in my house. So that's the other thing. You might live somewhere without storage, so you have to rent stuff, which is fine, because if it's not something you use every day, how often am I cleaning the carpets, right? Or shampooing the carpets? I just go right to my grocery store and rent it for 24 hours. Do you have something you no longer use? Swap it with a friend or just give it to them because you're a nice person and they're a good friend who, has helped you in the past with your projects. You can also bribe your friends for cheap labor. I'm just saying. I've helped my BFF pull up carpet from her new home because the previous owners had cats and her husband is deathly allergic. So, you know what? She and I did it. And, 2 little girls ripped up all that carpeting. And to thank me, we went to a really nice restaurant. Totally worth it. Number 4, cold water to wash laundry. For my work clothes, I use cold water and a delicate cycle. I sit on my butt all day. My clothes really don't get that dirty. So using cold water and a gentle soap helps my clothes stay like really nice looking, and I don't put a lot of it in the dryer. I hang most of it. There are a few things I use hot water for, but that I will always make sure it's a full load. Um, like I would wash my workout clothes in hot water. I do work out occasionally. Um, I should say I would wash my workout clothes in hot water if I worked out. All right, is that better? Fine. Um, but again, I'm an office worker. My clothes don't get dirty. When I used to work in food and beverage, and even though it was an office job, those clothes had to be dry cleaned because it would get the smell of the kitchen, which smelled really good. Number 5, discount codes. When shopping online, always look for the discount code or some coupon. There are some browser extensions. I don't use those. After all the stuff that happened with the Honey extension and what a scammer they are, that really left a bad taste in my mouth. The 24-hour rule. Leave items in your cart for 24 hours, obviously online and not in the store. But after 24 hours, if you still remember it's there, then, go ahead and buy it. How many times have I put things in the cart on Amazon and have completely forgot? So obviously it wasn't that important. Number 7, vampire electricity. All right, that's when you leave electronics plugged in, and even though it's off, it's still using electricity. So they say that nationwide it's like a $19 billion thing. So the worst offenders are things we can't unplug, obviously, like fridges and TVs. But there are things you can unplug, like your phone charger, computer chargers, coffee machine, microwave, video game consoles, hair dryers. Flat irons should never be left plugged in. Use a power strip. Again, like things that you can unplug. Like I've heard stories about people trying to be frugal, so they like shut off their boiler and like water heater. It's like, come on. Like, no, that's ridiculous. Unplug stuff that is not going to need time to like use up a lot of energy to start up again. Smart thermostats. The upfront cost is totally worth it. You can control the temperature from your phone. Have a kid who wants to store meat outside of the fridge or wants to live on a tropical island in February. Just look on the phone, get the alert, and make the change on the app. Totally worth it. Smart appliances. So when I had to replace our washer, we got a high efficiency one, and the clothes come out like it uses less water, and it takes so much water out of it that I don't use my dryer for as long. And my dryer was in perfect condition, didn't replace it. They don't match and don't look pretty next to each other. Don't care. But the dryer is going to last a lot longer because I'm not running it as much. So that was nice. And and the washer also has an app and is Bluetooth. It's amazing what technology we have these days. All right, so that's my list of 9 hacks. Which do you do? But you know what? What's the difference between a hack and a tip? Like, I'm still trying to figure that out. So if you know, you can leave it in the comments. And if there's anything missing, also leave it in the comments so I can add it in another video. So that is it. Hope you got value from this, and I will see you in the next one.